Welcome to Coffee with Jesus Outreach. I'm so excited to share a brand new series from my book, In the Meantime, Trust Me. These are powerful faith-filled stories, biblical accounts told as if the characters themselves were speaking. Writing them was a blessing during my own waiting season, and now as I read them aloud, I pray they encourage you too. So go grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into these stories of faith, breakthrough, and trusting in God's perfect timing. You never know, your breakthrough could be right around the corner. Zachariah warns, choosing your words wisely. Let me tell you my story. My name is Zachariah, and many years ago, something extraordinary happened to me. To understand the significance of this event, we must first acknowledge the period known as the Silent Years. These were the 400 years between the end of the Old Testament and the beginning of the New Testament. It was a time when prophetic voices had fallen silent, and Israel longed for the fulfillment of God's promises. It was a period of anticipation and uncertainty as God's people awaited the coming of the Messiah. In this historical context, I, Zachariah, a humble priest, was among the first to witness the breaking of that silence. It was during my service in the temple, a place of deep spiritual significance, where I performed my sacred duties of burning incense. This was not merely a ritual, it was an act of worship and an offering to God, symbolizing the prayers of the people. One day, as I was fulfilling the holy duty, the angel Gabriel appeared to me, bringing a message that should shatter the silence of centuries. Imagine the awe and the fear that gripped me as the celestial being stood there before me, bringing news that defied logic and reason. Gabriel announced that my wife Elizabeth and I, though advanced in years, would have a son. Our son was to be named John, and he would prepare the way for the Lord, baptizing Jesus and paving the path for his ministry. This was astonishing news, but my human frailty got the better of me. How can this be? I questioned Gabriel, voicing my doubts. I'm an old man, and my wife is well along in years. My skepticism was met with a surprising consequence. Gabriel declared that because I did not believe his words, I would be struck mute, unable to speak until the day these things took place. At first glance, this might seem like a punishment for my disbelief, but upon reflection, I see it as an act of divine mercy. You see, words have immense power. They can hold up or tear down, encourage or discourage. My initial reaction was one of disbelief and doubt. If I had been able to speak, who knows, the words of fear, anxiety, or negativity might have escaped my lips over those 9 months. My voice filled with doubt could have jeopardized the miraculous work God was setting into motion. John's mission was too important, his role too critical to allow any negativity to cloud it. God, in his infinite wisdom, silenced me to protect his miracle. It was not merely a punishment, but a safeguard, ensuring that my doubts would not interfere with the divine plan. This period of silence became the time of significant reflection for me. I watched as Elizabeth's belly grew, as the promise took physical form, and my faith was strengthened in the silence. When John was finally born, my speech was restored, and the first words I uttered were in praise of God. I realized then the power of positivity and faith. John grew to be a powerful voice in the wilderness, baptizing many, including Jesus, and preparing the way for his ministry. His impact on the world was immeasurable, fulfilling the destiny foretold by Gabriel. So let my story be a lesson. Be mindful of your words, for they hold great power. In moments of doubt and uncertainty, choose to speak words of faith and positivity. Your words can shape your destiny and influence the lives of those around you. Trust in God's plan, even when it seems impossible, and guard your speech to align with his promises.